What about that giant creepy worm thing? If it's still alive, I'm getting the hell out of town.
Don't worry. If Drax is alive, I got money on that thing being dead. Whoa. He actually did it. Drax! Holy crap! You did, that worm you came out of it. Like you were inside it, and then you came out? That's amazing!
You doubted me, Peter Quill.
You have no idea how relieved I am. I mean, I thought I'd never see you again.
Yes, the reasonable conclusion when I leapt from the ship would be that I perished. The creature did not give up easily. Our battle raged for hours. I felt proud. But I think I was happier butchering that hideous worm than when I got revenge on my daughter's killer. How could that be? I cannot find a reason for it. That worm has no importance to me. How can this battle mean more to me than ours against Thanos?
Revenge doesn't bring you happiness. It just delays the pain a while. It's about what you want, not what you need.
That is incredibly wise. I am not used to hearing such wisdom from you, Peter. In the midst of battle, I felt such exhilaration and nothing else. I spared not a single thought for Kamaria. I think I am afraid that with each passing moment, her memory will continue to disappear. I fear that once I forget, Kamaria will die a second death. These feelings will not stop. I do not know how to proceed.
You're going through some really heavy stuff, Drax. It's okay to be afraid.
I have never faced a problem like this. One I could not simply kill. If only I were dead. These feelings would not cause me such distress. No matter how hard I try.
For someone who says he wants to die, you suck at it. Like, I don't know what to tell you, Drax. Maybe you're just invincible.
Of course. I must be invincible. But this only makes things worse. I was not completely honest with you before. I did wish to protect the Guardians. But part of me hoped that I might see my daughter again in the afterlife. If such a thing does exist, I do not know. But the thought of reuniting with my family...
The Forge hasn't been destroyed. We can get it back. And you can see Kamaria again. You know, without dying.
Yes. That would give me a reason to not be dead. Thank you, my friend. I feel more sure of my path forward.
Hey guys, it's all clear. Bring the ship down.
Now, let us return to your garbage heap of a ship. The galaxy is counting on us to stop Hala, and I have wasted enough time beside this rotting carcass.
Yeah, well, it's what's on the inside that counts.
The inside is also atrocious.
How dare you?
Expecting any calls today?
Star-Lord, you must know why I am contacting you. Admit it! Admit what you have done!
Oh, I get it. You're attracted to me, aren't you? Don't worry, it happens. A lot.
Do not be vulgar. You have taken Baldin hostage, and I want him back. I do not know how you did it, but I want him back, now!
I've had baby Baldin for a while now. It took you long enough to notice.
What have you done with...
Mother!
Well, look who it is.
Please, Mother. Just do as they ask.
What are you planning to do with him? If you harm him in any way, I will repay it 1,000-fold to you.
Well, that all depends on you. If you don't want anything bad to happen to your son...
No one threatens me.
I just did.
You are the most infuriating person I have ever encountered. I have always heard of the insolence of human beings, but meeting them in person is infinitely worse. I understand now why many have attempted to destroy your planet.
So, are we done here? Is there anything else you needed?
I am coming for you. I shall destroy Nowhere. Then I will continue to Earth. There will be no home for you to run to.
She hung up on me. I can't believe she hung up on me.
You're unbelievable, Quill.
It seems you possess a unique ability. I've never seen anyone annoy my mother so much before. I fear she cannot be stopped. If you don't stand against her, no one will.
Yeah, not gonna lie. That conversation could have gone better.
You think?
If she's coming for Nowhere, we've got to hustle.
Keep the engine running. I'll be back soon.
Don't you think Gam's gonna be a little pissed at you? And what are you gonna say?
I'm sure I'll think of something in the moment.
Word of advice, Pete? Think harder.
Gamora?
You've got some nerve, following me here of all places. I told you I was done. I'm not in a very charitable mood, Peter. Leave, or I'll make you leave. Or are you here to fight? I won't go easy on you.
Whoa, there is no need for violence here, okay? Let's just talk it out.
I've said enough.
Whoa!
You said you'd keep everyone together! Hala is more powerful than ever. Now Drax is dead!
Drax isn't dead!
What? Why didn't you open with that? Drax is alive? And you didn't bother mentioning it before?
I was working up to it!
Work up to it faster next time. He was devoured by that thing. You said he was gone.
I thought he was, but he's not! He killed that space worm and is now hanging on the Milano with everyone else. Drax is back to his normal self. What?
I just don't get it. Why does everything just work out for you? No matter what you do, everything just conveniently works out for the great Star-Lord.
You call this working out? The Guardians are scattered, Drax nearly got eaten, you almost killed me 2 seconds ago. Oh, and Hala's out to destroy the galaxy because of me.
But despite that, we're all unscathed. So Drax happened to survive, but you told him to sacrifice himself, knowing full well that it could kill him. Can't you even pretend to be bothered by that? Show me something. Anything. At least some semblance of remorse.
You're asking if I feel bad? Of course I feel bad!
Then why won't you show it?
Hey, what do you want from me? You want me to wander around crying? That isn't my style, Gamora.
You shrug through everything, free of consequence, while I feel punished for merely existing. I've done so many horrible things. I fought. I tortured a little girl. All because I was too scared to stand up to Thanos. And now, my sister is dead. I'll never be able to forgive myself. You made a mistake coming back, Peter. I can't help anyone.
It's not too late to save Nebula. We don't give up on our own. The Forge is still out there. We can bring her back.
It feels like too much to ask for yet another chance. But maybe this time, I can finally atone for what I've done. I close my eyes at night, and I'm right back here. I'm that frightened girl, unsure of what or who to trust. I want nothing more than that pain to be over.
You have to forgive yourself, Gamora. It's the only way you can move forward.
Right. You're right. Hey, Drax. Surprised to admit it, I'm actually glad to see you.
I too am glad you have not perished in a violent and agonizing way. Perhaps by sudden evisceration or Balinese organ chewing. I once saw a man have his organs chewed. Oh, how we laughed at his pain.
Okay, come on, Drax, be nice. She hasn't been here 5 minutes.
Very well. I will wait until then to make fun of her.
Welcome home, everyone.
I am Groot.
Groot says it's so good to see you all.
Look at you, Peter. Somehow you managed to get us all back in the same room. I didn't think we'd see each other after last time. Unless, we ended up in the same prison. Again.
Yeah. First off, I wanted to apologize. I was acting like kind of a
Jerk?
Jackass?
Coward.
Ooh, I am Groot?
yes. I am sorry for all those things. Now, I wish I had better news for you, but things have turned into a galactic war zone out there.
Yes. Hala has begun killing innocent people to resurrect her army.
And she's coming after us next.
Hala has the Forge, her son, and an unlimited army. Yet she still considers us a threat?
Actually, that's a long story. Baldin, come say hi.
Hello.
You have taken her son prisoner! You are not the pathetic warrior I so often think you to be.
Baldin is here to help us. He's a good guy. He promised to play bait for us to lure out Hala.
Whatever stops her from what she's about to do. The killing. It can't go on like this.
This does give us emotional leverage.
But we still have not gained any tactical advantage since the last time we fought her.
Hala is heading for nowhere. For us. I'm open to suggestions on how we approach this.
Well, you've been on her ship before. I can analyze the readings from last time and see if there's a way to take out her weapons. When in doubt, look to the data. There's gotta be a weak spot or two we can exploit.
That's as good a place to start as any.
And it's the only plan we've got. Hala isn't going to go easy on us. We'll have to prepare to take her down.
I'll be on the bridge, Pete. Come talk to me when you get the chance.
I am Groot.
Thanks, Groot.
Quill, I was waiting for you. I wish to apologize.
For what?
I realize I have not been the same since we slew Thanos. I was so consumed in my emotions that I uselessly sacrificed myself. My selfish act put the Guardians at risk. For that I am deeply sorry, and I hope you can accept my sincere apology.
Apology accepted, Drax. Don't worry about it.
Good. Now let us repress these feelings and never speak of them again. I will try to redeem myself once again in the coming battle against Hala.
You ready for one last battle?
I do not believe this will be our last battle, but for Hala, it will be.
So, that giant space worm. How'd you kill it?
It is a heroic tale that people will talk about for generations. I launched myself into the jaws of the worm creature, narrowly avoiding endless rows of teeth. I used my blades to slow my descent, shredding the creature's pulsating throat. Once within its noxious bowels, I detonated the drive cores of 6 dead ships. The explosion resulting from digestive fumes and flammable fecal matter was the most beautiful sight I have ever seen.
Drax, you are a beast. I can't believe you did all that.
I agree. It was quite impressive. Peter, some may not know this, but when a creature is in its death throes, the sphincter relaxes. I was forced to swim through bile. Gland juices seeped into my nose and mouth until I emerged, moist, reeking, victorious. I look forward to repeating this tale many, many times for the others.
I'm sorry we left you for dead.
I do not blame you for your ineptitude. I also thought I was bound to die. It was a reasonable misunderstanding.
Later, Drax.
What happens later?
Hey, Gamora.
Hey. I wanted to thank you again. What you said back at that training hall, I really appreciate it. If you hadn't have shown up when you did, I don't know what might have happened.
I meant what I said. Every word.
I know. And it means a lot to me. So, what was on your mind?
So, I think that we should, maybe talk. Just to talk about, you and me. I mean, I just care for you. A lot.
I know.
Oh, you do? Okay. So, how do you feel?
Peter, I just, maybe...
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll just put a pin right in it. Just, that's the pin going in the, yeah, just for later. I'm, worried about taking on Hala.
I know what you mean, but the others look to you as their leader. Put on a strong face for them.
Like this?
Keep working on it.
See you in a bit. How's it going, Bowie? Aw, it's a good boy. Or girl. Do space worms even have a gender?
It's amazing how much I miss the stars. Being trapped in a sarcophagus for so long.
Yes. Seeing them again after being dead. It's like coming home.
I want to see as many of them as I can when this is all over.
Star-Lord, I was hoping you might come by. I was ruminating on what you said earlier. Do you believe I could be a good leader? For the Kree?
Level-headed guy like you, yeah. I think you'd make a great leader. Kree could certainly use it.
Thank you, Star-Lord. Maybe I can reinvent the reputation of my people. It's just... I've been thinking about it for some time. And perhaps it's not as ridiculous an idea as I originally thought.
You know, for a Kree, you're pretty different.
I'll admit, most Kree are zealots, raised on the ideology that war and revolution are the only way to get things done. My mother taught me differently. She used to believe in reason and compromise before battle, but now I'm probably a disappointment to her.
We didn't really get to know each other that well. Tell me about yourself.
There's not much to tell. I am Hala's only child. Other than that, there is nothing very interesting about me.
Oh, come on, that can't be true. I mean, you gotta have, like, some kind of hobby.
I dedicated most of my youth to studying Kree history, as well as galactic law, science, and philosophy. Does that count as a hobby?
Oh my god, you are a total nerd.
I think that's fascinating, Baldin.
Oh, thank you, Mantis.
I know this is a touchy subject. It happened to me too. But how did you die?
Well, years ago I worked at a reactor, mining and producing energy from my mother's war effort. There was an accident. As far as I know, no one made it out. My mother is different now. I don't even recognize her anymore.
I gotta go. See you around.
Peter, hello. I've been telling Baldin all about you.
About me?
I was just telling him how you rescued me from being held as prisoner back at Emnios, how your feelings guided you to my tomb, and you pried me from my stone prison.
I must admit, I did not think you were capable of such chivalry. Perhaps I was wrong about you.
Peter is one of the most heroic people I know.
Is that so?
Yeah, I'm more of a mixed bag, really. A little good, a little bad.
From where I'm standing, you're more than just a little good.
I'm glad you're back with us, Mantis.
Honestly, I'm glad too. I'm sorry I left before. I was just caught up in the moment, and the strain was too much on my emotions. I know it wasn't for very long, but being alone and surrounded by strangers was overwhelming. If Groot hadn't found me, I don't know what I would have done.
Once this is all over, what are you gonna do?
I hadn't considered it. I think maybe I'd like to travel. There's so much I never got to experience when I was locked away. It would be exciting to live my own life instead of laying down inside a box.
So, you and Baldin seem to be getting along.
I was trapped for years in a sarcophagus, and Baldin has been, well, dead. It's nice to be able to relate to someone and have shared life experience.
Well, that is adorable.
It's not like that.
I should go. Lots of work to do.
Of course.